nice in front of you and you can read it. You're not looking for it. Pitch black water. Then our primary gear has the alternate air sources. This is our training gear and our dry suit gear. These have octos, which I'm going to end up switching. But what you want to do with this is you want to make sure that you're putting a bend in it. Oh, okay. And you can put it inside the little D-ring on the strap. So they're always going to be on that side on that D-ring. So if we had an emergency, we know that we're going to look at the right side, put your hand on their shoulder, and pull, it comes right out. And you're not going to have a problem with it popping out on its own. Yeah, the little things that they sell, but shit always pops out. Yeah. That never comes off. That's good. And that's always going to be there. And we're going to try and have everybody diving exactly the same. Good. Looking exactly the same. Okay. One thing that we're really bad at right now, that we're going to really get good at, is our surface control. Making sure that you look at your gauge before you go in the water and telling somebody how much you have. Inside all the boxes, there's a dive chart. And it has pressure going in. After 5 minutes, what's your pressure? And then your pressure coming out. That 5 minutes is important because the surface can gauge how much air you're going through. If in 5 minutes you use 500 pounds, guess what? In less than 20 minutes, you need to be out of the water. We also have a 20-minute maximum dive per diver per bottle. All right, so if you're on the surface, if you're doing surface and you hit that 20-minute mark the last spot the diver was at with a buoy, bring him up, send your backup diver in, your 90% comes your backup, and he switches to the end. Gets a new bottle and just waits outside. All right? First thing we're going to talk about today is just putting water in your, adding water to your mask in the unlikely event you get something stuck in there and it starts to flood on you, and how to clear it. All right? When you clear these full face masks, according to the mask, it says that you look down and clear. That's the way we're going to learn in the water. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot easier to look up and clear. Okay? But we're going to train this way. It's the way the mask is designed. It's the way that I wrote the program for Patty. It's the way I have to teach you. All right? So you're just going to add some water, crack the top, add some water. The pressure is going to keep the water from coming in. All right? You shouldn't have a big problem. Dive Rescue International loves these positive pressure masks. They do keep water from coming in from small leaks. That's the benefit. You're not getting the biohazard and all the other crap. They are kind of a pain in the ass. You'll see as we go through these evolutions how many times then I have trouble with it. All right? If you're diving with these, if we do a recovery and you choose to dive with this, just understand that there's two masks that are positive pressure. They have the little levers. If you don't want to use it, look for one that doesn't have the little lever on it, and you'll be all right. If you do use it, you're going to have to put your hand on the lever while you're doing whatever it is you're doing on the surface. Put it on, and when you take your first breath in, it unclips, and you have that feature. When the mask is on, it's fine. It's when we're doing all these different things that's kind of a pain in the ass. After we do the clear, we're going to go ahead, then we're going to undo the straps, pull the mask completely off your face, put it back on, and clear. Put your hand on top, blow down. All right? The next thing we're going to do is mask removal. When we do the mask removal, you're going to take it completely off, make sure you're blowing bubbles, and you're going to switch to your alternate. So make sure you get your alternate in hand. You're going to switch to your alternate, you're going to take 5 breaths. After the 5 breaths, you adjust your mask when you're ready. All right? You don't need to put the straps on in order to breathe from it. Just put the mask to your face. Clear it, start breathing. Once you're comfortable, take the straps, put them over your head, and cinch them down. That's that evolution. The next thing we're going to do after that is we're going to do an out-of-air scenario. Everybody, we're going to do in a circle, and everybody's going to do a donor and a receiver. So I'll come up to the one and say, I'm out of air, share air. I come up to him, I grab the VC with my right hand underneath his low pressure. Underneath his low pressure inflator. Lauren's going to do the same. Grab underneath my low pressure inflator. Alright? Then what you're going to do is with your left hand, you're going to keep your low pressure inflator up above you. We don't use these as elevators. Alright, you're going to swim to the surface. So get all the air out of your VC. If we're doing a deeper flow, not even deep dive, if you're diving in 30 feet of water, whatever air is in your VC is going to double. So you can come up like a rocket and get hurt in very shallow water. So make sure you dump everything out. And then you're just going to swim to the surface. For the pool, what we're going to do is we're also going to learn how to swim. swim together. You're going to sit here face to face, simulating you going to the surface. After about 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you to swim. You are going to rotate. So Lawrence, my donor, his low pressure, his alternate air source is on his right side, left side. I'm going to rotate to his left side, grab his first stage. He's going to turn around and grab my first stage. Now from this position, we can swim anywhere we want. Why do we want to do this? I don't know, we got a car in the canal, he's got a fuel leak, and it's on fire above our head. We could go to somewhere safe where we had to get out. Otherwise, just come to the surface where you're safe and inflate your BC and get them back to the surface that way. Alright? We'll talk about other stuff after we're done with all that. Put a mask up, and we're just going to hang out the bottom for a little bit.